Hello guys and welcome back to Let's Play Star Wars Knights of the Republic 2 with Sith Lords. Last time we learned about Revan a bit more and we found out that Kreia was Revan's original master, or the one and only's original master if you remembered my KOTOR 1 LP, and we started having family rantings with Mira. Let's continue talking to Mira. After the run I just had about Jedi having family, they had to be stopped.
Yeah, I know. I saw the words they left behind them during the war. That kind of stays with you. I haven't forgotten it. What happened to Melkor, they probably deserved it.
I had some other questions for you.
Go ahead, Matt.
Let's have this conversation. What happened between you and Hanharr?
I didn't kill him once. Biggest mistake.
What do you mean?
Do you really want to hear this?
Yes, I'd like to know what happened.
Well, Hanharr and me go way back, in the worst possible way. He's from some forest planet on the outer rim where Zerka had set up one of their slaving operations.
Do you know the name of his home world? I do.
I don't remember the name. Something with too many K's and Y's. Sounds like you're gargling Ronto spit when you say it.
Or Kashyyyk. Do you know what his species is? Do you know what his species is? Do you know what species he is? I do.
No idea. He's just Hanharr. Hope there aren't any more like him. I get the impression he's not a good representative of his people, though. He's the equivalent of a madcap hound among Rontos. Some of Lilithhead's men say Hanharr killed his own tribe, but those two crud thugs lie every time they open their mouths, so who knows?
Hanharr is a Wookiee. Hanharr the Wookiee. There are other Wookiees, but I have never met a Wookiee so psychopathic as Hanharr. So he was a slave.
Well, not for long. Once off planet, Hanharr escaped from the Zerka slavers and killed them all.
So, if you know Star Wars and you've watched my two KOTOR 2 LP, my KOTOR LP, you've been watching this LP, then you know we've seen three different Wookiees. A light side Wookiee is Alvar, a neutral Wookiee, Chewbacca, and a dark side Wookiee, Hanharr. Why was he wearing those cuffs?
I always thought he just liked using them as weapons.
It's good he broke free. Nothing deserves to be caged.
Well, before you get too proud of him, Hanharr figured Zerka had the right idea. I don't think he understood the concept of slavery before, at least on the scale that Zerka practiced it. But now he did. You ever hear of Dursan 3, or the Ivy Cluster colonies?
Weren't they destroyed?
Right. That's because Hanharr happened. He makes what happened to his homeworld look like an exercise in community building. He's not a bounty hunter. He's a slaver. A predator. It's like he's out to enslave or kill every human in the galaxy, like he's trying to settle some huge score or debt. I don't get it, but he's dangerous.
Who did he work with?
Anyone who paid credits. Sometimes he just hunted humans for sport. The ones who survived, he sold to the exchange, the huts, to anyone who'd buy bodies, living or dead. He and Boga used to do big credit transactions. That hut really liked the look of unwrinkled humans for some reason. Didn't make him too popular with the other huts, let me tell you.
So how do you factor in?
I was prey. And not only did I escape, but I saved his life while doing it. He's been hunting me ever since.
So he wants to capture you?
I don't pretend to understand it, but among his people, they have these codes of honor. Somewhere along the line, Hanharr's got twisted. His people form these things called life debts. If you save the life of one of them, they pledge themselves to you.
Believe me guys, I'm getting as bored as talking as you are, but this is a necessary part of the LP. But it doesn't sound too bad.
Well, with Hanharr, he can't escape that life debt. It's bred into him. But he hates every other living thing in the galaxy, so pledging himself to someone else, especially a human, unbearable. So when I saved his life, it was the worst thing I could do. It was like slavery all over again. But it was in his head. It's like it pushed him over the edge.
What do you mean?
A life debt to Hanharr is a death sentence. He'll hunt you until you're dead. When I saved his life, it meant he had to kill me. And so he kept chasing me in hopes I would die. I think the fact I showed him mercy after hating humans for so long, it was something he couldn't stand.
just remember the other Star Wars game I've been playing while I've been taking a break from this LP. Republic Commando. It's a very good game. Check it out. It's the best first-person shooter I've ever played. But that life debt makes no sense.
Tell me about it. Like I said, I get the impression a life debt's supposed to be a gift. To Hanharr, it's more like a curse for both people involved.
What if someone else saved his life? Would he try to kill them?
Probably. But if he had multiple life debts, especially to humans, Hanharr would probably go mad. He was angry before, sure, but it'd be 10 times worse if that happened.
Worse?
Hanharr's tough. Really tough. And when he loses it, like nothing can stop him. I've seen him shrug off blaster bolts, fall from stutters, and even survive a freighter crash on Dursan 3. He keeps coming.
Any regrets that he's gone?
Oh, I'm glad he's gone. It's like a weight off my shoulders. I don't have to keep watching my back every minute wondering he's going to show up. And he always did. It's like he always knew where I was.
Any chance he's still alive?
Trust me, if he was still alive, he'd be chasing us even now, ready to ambush us when we least expect it. And he always shows up at the worst possible time. He was one of the best bounty hunters on Nar Shaddaa. Hanharr never picks up on his prey. Or it's like this. He's a hunter. He's a natural predator.
So how did you save his life?
Well, as happens on Nar Shaddaa, I made someone mad. Mad enough for them to save Hanharr. Turns out they were even able to get him cheap. They heard about me and wanted to hunt me down for sport. They didn't think I'd be much of a challenge.
And you proved him wrong.
Well, he tried to box me down in vents beneath the Nar Shaddaa docks, and he'd set one too many proximity mines to cover the escape routes.
Why use mines?
I think he'd hoped to drag me into the mines and then let them do the work. Or that I'd be too scared to try and walk through them. Thing is, I knew Hanharr's supplier, and the trigger signatures for the mines. It was pretty easy to broadcast a signal to blind their sensor receptors for a minute or two. I figured that would buy me enough time to move through them and get away.
But it didn't happen that way.
Like I said, I disarmed the trigger fuses for enough of the mines to get by, temporarily. And Hanharr was pretty fast on my trail. I just made it to safety when he hit the first one. The blast leveled the entire ventilation section. Hanharr was caught right in the middle. He survived, barely.
Barely?
He was crawling around, blinded from the flash and the plasma burns. It happened so fast. All the blood had been scabbed and crusted from the flash. I had the drop on him, and even blind, he knew it. He could still hear me. My ears were ringing from the blast, but I could hear him. I think he was begging me to let him live. His voice, it wasn't a roar, more like an echo of it. I suppose I should have killed him, but I couldn't do it. He was in pain. He was helpless. So I dragged him out of there enough to get him to safety. He kept haunting me ever since. He said he'd pursue me to the edge of the galaxy. No matter where I ran, he would find me. Break me. And I'd always be prey.
Sometimes it is stronger to spare a life than take it.
Maybe. I've thought about that moment a lot. Wondered if I would do things differently if I had another chance.
Get out some other questions.
Go ahead and ask.
You seem restless.
I was traveling. Trapped on the ship. Everything's just too quiet.
I'll savour it while it lasts.
I'd rather be doing something. Somewhere with people, activity, and life.
Like Nar Shaddaa?
Yeah. It's been a while since I've been off planet. Guess I got used to it.
How's that?
Well, Nar Shaddaa may be one of the biggest cesspits in the galaxy, but it's got a life to it. Activity. Aliens, people, refugees. It's like noise, but relaxing. Like the hum of a hyperdrive.
Claire showed me how to listen to Nar Shaddaa once, how all life in the where is connected and bound to each other.
Yeah, well, I wouldn't go that far. I'll believe it when I see it.
Maybe one day I'll be able to show you.
Maybe one day, I'll let you.
Come with me and let me show you what Claire showed me.
Alright, but I doubt you're going to show me anything I don't already know. And when you show me, don't act like a tourist. It attracts predators.
Yeah. That is your trigger to train Mira as a Jedi once you go to Nar Shaddaa, where we won't be going just yet. As I've explained, we've got to go to Dantooine and Telos first. But before we do any of that, let's talk to Atten.
Something up?
Say, Bazaki, your head again?
Passes the time. It's better than listing off engine sequencers, memorizing hyperspace routes, or counting ticks in the power couplings.
There are no ticks in the power couplings, it's fixed.
Of course it's fixed. And that's why you should count the ticking in the power coupling, too.
You're not making any sense.
Why do I play Pazak? Alright, I'll show you.
If it's a friendly game, sure.
Good match. Now, what are you thinking about right now?
I was trying to compute the totals to 20.
Right. And that's why I play Pazak in my head. Because if you don't, you've left the door open, and anyone could walk right in.
Before I felt in mind, with Kraya's help, I'm sorry.
Of course you did. You see, Jedi, light or dark, do it. More often than you'd think. But I never heard one say they were sorry before. That's a new house rule.
You play Bazak to shield your thoughts?
I play Pazak in my head. But while I'm doing that, it's a lot harder for someone to walk in.
Can you teach me how to shield my thoughts?
No. I can only teach you to play Pazak. Do you understand what I'm saying?
But I want to learn to play Bazak.
Now you understand. Alright, I'll deal then. If you're ever fighting someone who has the power over your mind, whether light or dark, play Pazak. Start listing hyperspace routes, recite engine sequencers, and when they try to use their powers on you, suddenly it's not as easy as they thought. Because you'll be right here with me, playing Pazak, where they can't reach you.
Ooh, that last sentence was quite frisky. Alright then. I'm going to end the video here. Next time we will pop to Telos and have a talk with someone we haven't seen in about 7 or 8 months. Thanks for watching and may the Force be with you always.